right, here we are in New York City with the one, the only Louis Tomlinson. Thank you so much for hanging.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, you've been a very busy guy these past few days, so thanks for making the time.
No worries.
Before we get started, just want to say my biggest condolences to you and your UK fans about the passing of the Queen. I know that's a little hard subject right now, but I found this gem on the interwebs of you and One Direction with the Queen.
There we are, look, yeah.
I believe this is 2012. So what's going on in this picture? Because you all are looking like she just told you a dirty joke.
That would have been funny, to be fair. We just played the Royal Variety Show, and then you get to meet the Queen at the end. I don't know what she said to us, to be fair, at the time. It was just hello, I think. But
I'm hoping
we're
it
all
was
just
a dirty
in awe,
joke.
like beaming, aren't we?
Yeah, you are. And I was like, you know what? I love that. What was the security process like for that? Because that must have been treacherous.
Yeah, there was. Well, it was, and there's like a full protocol in terms of how you're supposed to address her.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty long-winded, so it's not that it went in one ear out the other, but by the time you're kind of overwhelmed, by the time you meet her, I completely forgot it. I don't remember exactly what I said.
I was gonna say, do you remember the protocol, like what hand we shake?
But it's also like the way you address her, like there's this like long thing, like, so yeah. Mad.
But in one ear, out the other. It's all good. It's all good now.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the single, Bigger Than Me. It's fantastic, dude. We just added it at BLI. Our lovely music director just gave us that news a few minutes ago.
Thank you.
But this record, it's really empowering, and there's such a beautiful message behind it, as with the music video, by the way.
Thank you.
So how did you know it was the right moment to write a song like this? Because it seems very personal.
The thing is, with my first record, my first album, I was really, I'm really, really proud of it. But there's a weight to it emotionally.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of move away from that and kind of put something out that straight away felt ambitious and hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I had another song like this on my first album. There's a certain kind of statement of intent. It feels like in my opinion, it feels like a good first look because there's a level of ambition to the song. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So what do you think the difference is between Walls and the new album that's coming November 11th?
I think I was just a bit more. There was slightly less pressure on me on this record.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough coming out the band and trying to find myself as an artist.
Right.
So like now, I felt like I could see everything with a lot more clarity. So I think this is a much better advert of who I am and who I want to be as an artist.
I love that. And you've had the opportunity to perform Bigger Than Me the last few days. James Corden, GMA, all that stuff. Do you prefer singing the new songs, or is it the older songs that kind of fulfill you more?
No, I do. A mix of the two, to be fair. But it's always fun to do new songs. But I will say this new song, Bigger Than Me, like it's a graft to sing. Like it is hard, like especially early morning. But yeah, it's been great. It's been great. It's just good to do new stuff because I've only just come back from tour, so we've done the same set for how many shows.
Yeah.
So it's nice to do new songs.
You've been really busy.
Yeah, it's been mad.
I'm so surprised you're sitting here right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the album, it drops November 11th, Faith in the Future. I love the name of the album, by the way. It's very powerful. And, your fans have been there for you through the transition from One Direction to this solo career. And I know a lot of people probably ask you, like, what's it like to stand on your own now? But what is it like for you to see your fans' growth through this transition?
Yeah, that is amazing. I do think I have a special. I say it all the time, but I do think I have a special connection with my fans.
Yeah.
There is something that's quite amazing. The fact that a lot of us have kind of grown up together. But there's one thing that I've always been very thankful for to have the fan base that I do is they really do embrace me doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I think for some artists at times to kind of start out with a couple of singles in this kind of genre and then to move away from that, would be quite a daunting thing because you don't want to alienate the people that, have come on board early doors. So for me, the fact that they've always embraced what I love, like that's amazing for me.
We know there's a lot of dedicated and passionate fans. There are the fans who get a little bit, I don't want to use the word crazy. I want to use the word dedicated.
Nice.
Dedicated and passionate.
Yeah. What else you got?
So what are some of those fan moments that stand out to you as being just really passionate? Because I'm sure you've got a lot over these past 12 years.
Yeah, well, if we go with the true sense of the word passionate, actually, if I think about some of my shows, they do these things like where they'll arrange it all like weeks or months in advance before the show. And like in South America, they did quite a bit of this where they'll literally create their own fucking light show with their torches.
That's amazing.
And that takes some serious organisation, do you know what I mean? So just to see, like, things like that for me from stage, like, it's incredible, definitely.
Yeah, and what's it like for you? Because I know you're an international artist. I mean, people love you all over, dude. So what is it like in, like, a place where people's dominant language isn't English and they're singing the words back to you?
Yeah, that is amazing, to be fair. Good question. Yeah, that is something that, you know, from early on in the band always struck us, to be fair, that the people that you would meet on the street and you know, maybe they'd ask you for a photo, but they can't speak great English, but they know lyrics to all of your songs. Like, that's crazy.
It's incredible. So the album, Faith in the Future, November 11th, the sophomore album. Can you give us a little insight on why you named the album what you did?
Kind of more of like what I said about the single, really. I wanted to have something that felt really, really hopeful.
Yeah.
And actually this is the first time in any of my writing experience where I started out with the title.
Oh, really?
Before I'd written any of the songs, and it kind of just set the tone for the whole album. And it was a phrase that, for whatever reason, it just kind of like struck a chord with me. And then I tweeted it out on me Twitter without any context, and maybe I was looking for it, but I did kind of feel like this magnetism towards the phrase. So I just thought, that's the album.
Yeah, and this is something you've been working on for a long time, right? You've been sitting with it for quite some time?
Yeah, well, I'd finished pretty much 99% of the album before going out on tour, so it was kind of an interesting experience knowing that I've got this album that I'm really excited about while touring the last one. So I'm just really excited for everyone to hear it now.
Yeah, and I know you're so passionate about new artists. I know you have your festival, which I want to get into in just a second. But which artists right now, new artists, give you faith in the future for the music industry?
Amazing band called Stone. Amazing band. You should go check them out. They're unbelievable. I had them play at my festival. Really, really exciting live band. Great tunes. Really unique. Really interesting.
I love that. What kind of genre?
I think it'd be hard to put them into one genre, really.
Okay.
They're quite individual. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to check that out in a bit. But onto the festival, the Away From Home Festival, something you do every year. When did you start this?
So we started 2 years ago.
Okay.
We had the second year this year, and the growth between year 1 and year 2 has been absolutely amazing. And again, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without the fans.
Yeah.
But why that was like an extra special day for me, walking out on stage and looking at kind of what me and the fans together have created was an incredibly fulfilling feeling. But I actually stood and watched all the bands play side of stage. And just watching some of my fans' reaction to it, you know, maybe on the first song they wasn't really sure what to make of it. But by the end of it, they've grown into it and really started enjoying it. And again, that made me really proud because it kind of gave me a chance to go, well, this is the kind of stuff I like listening to. And it was just good to see them having a good time as well.
Any chance for collaborations with some of these new artists?
I don't know, to be honest. I think I'm on a bit of a journey at the moment. I want to show who I am as an artist, and that's quite hard with the features. I mean, at some point, I would be into collaborations, but at the moment, I think I just want to show my identity. Do you know
just
what I mean?
doing Louis.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, Louis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, and you can listen to his new song "Bigger Than Me" on BLI, right? There you go.
Love that.